before I forget. To attract not just discount coaches, but business building coaches, people that you want on your team. And I wanted to go over a couple things. First, I had a call with Jake it was one day last week, and I meant to go live about it, but time kind of slipped by. And I have a couple notes that I was just like writing furiously as I was talking to him. And he was saying, like, I told him that our call the week before was about fear and people having fear in inviting and reaching out to people. And he basically said, the reason people are afraid is due to a lack of confidence and a lack of urgency in the message that's getting put across. And we basically have to believe that this is a great opportunity for people. And he said, like, I know I have always said to like answer people's messages with a question, like always make sure you have a question at the end. And usually I would ask people like, what do you think? To get their thoughts. And he said, instead of saying, what do you think, put urgency behind it and say, when do you want to get started? Like, just boom. Like, if they're interested, just say, okay, this is what it's about, blah, blah, blah. When do you want to get started? And then they're like, oh, okay, I guess we're doing this. And then they don't even have time to think about it, because people are like, if you say, what do you think? It's like, well, I'm going to think it over tonight and then get back to you. And they ghost. You're never going to hear from them again. It happens to literally everyone. So put that urgency behind it. And when you are confident in what you're offering to people, why not be urgent about it? Like, hello, summer's coming in 8 weeks from now. Or not summer, it's coming before then, but like Canada Day weekend, July 4th weekend. If you have a group starting May 1st, that's literally 8 weeks that people can get incredible results. And you know that because we have all gotten incredible results. So why not be urgent and confident in it? And he said, transformation stories are the most powerful thing to share. So be doing that on way more than just a weekly basis, on like not just Transformation Tuesday, because we should be adding 3 to 5, or if you want to 10x that and be adding 10 to 15 friends per day, you're literally always going to have new people following your journey. And if you scroll back through your social media every 2 to 3 days and your story isn't there and you have new friends in your network, they don't know who you are or what you're doing. So be consistently sharing your journey, where you got started, where you are now. We're going to get into that soon too. And then he was just saying, Beachbody brings support, the personal development, the accountability. I can't even make that out. Oh, and he said, inviting is essentially identifying needs, giving solutions, and getting people started. That is exactly what it is. You figure out what they need, you give them a solution, you get them started, you get them results, they give you referrals. It's that easy. If you just take the difficultness out of it, that's all it is. And we take for granted how powerful coaching is, he basically said, which is so true. If you think of the lives that have been changed through coaching and our lives that have been changed, be confident in that. And I said, people fear being pushy. And he said, if you replace the word pushy with passion, what's wrong with passion? Which I kind of liked. So getting into tonight's topic, recruiting with confidence. Is that what I called it, I think? I'm going to close a couple things. Breathe. Share screen. Can you see my screen? Okay. When I made it big last time, yeah, you guys all disappear on me. What just happened? Okay. But I don't want it big. You can see it, eh? When I make it big, I can't see you guys, so that bothers me. Not that I'm staring at you or anything. So recruiting with confidence. This is basically finding the ideal coach that you are looking to attract. This is, we've talked about this in our Coach Basics training, and we've really talked about it a lot, is defining who you are is so important for finding those people. And obviously you're not going to turn anyone down to help them change their life, but to find those long-term business builders that are going to be part of your team, you need to be talking about you, like where you like to shop. What do you like to do? What is your favorite TV show? And basically you are communicating with the person that likes those things too. So be consistently communicating with that person you are looking for on your timeline, focusing on your 3 to 5 things that define you. And remember, you are not Beachbody and you are not Shakeology. Those things are part of your life, but they aren't your life. So be thinking, who is that person you are looking to attract? And to be recruiting, I hate that word actually, recruiting, but that is basic. Let's call it attracting instead. So to attract business building coaches into your organization, you are doing 3 types of posts: challenge group posts, lifestyle posts, and coach opportunity posts. And if you look at the calendar that I pinned at the top of the page for the month of April, you can see how like the month is set up. So the first 2 weeks would be like challenge group posts and really pushing for challengers. And then the next 2 weeks might be coach opportunity posts, but kind of weaving in each of those kind of posts every single week to be talking about your challengers' successes, the success of the team, and how coaching has helped you and your lifestyle. And I know for all of us, it's not like we can be like, ooh, Beachbody, I don't know, help me retire, because none of us have retired yet from our jobs. But that doesn't mean we're not having success. If you go on, I'm going to get into that. Anyway, so 3 types of posts. Challenge group posts. So I just posted this one like 5 minutes ago for my May group, and it's going to be called Summer Confidence Club 60-Day Hustle for Summer Muscle. So I basically post one of these every single month, and that is, I am looking for people around my age, people that like running, people that like to eat a lot of food. So it's basically, I'm talking about those things consistently, and then I blast this maybe 3 times over the next week and a half is what I would do. And then to be sharing my own transformation, I don't think I've ever shared anyone else's transformation actually, because I want to show my own results from my journey to show that this works and how being part of a challenge group has helped me. And that will obviously might not get coaches that way, but the most successful coaches on your team are going to come from challenge groups and start as a challenger, which I can pretty much guarantee. Lifestyle posts. So this is just posting how coaching has helped your life. And maybe you haven't been on a free trip yet, but once you do anything like go to Super Saturday, it's not just that one day you share that picture. You can share that picture every single week and say, Throwback Thursday to that time that I met up with my teammates and we went on a road trip, or like the picture of me sitting at the island. That's like me working for an hour at night and how easy it is to be working. Like for Lisa, who went away this weekend, it was like, I can take my job anywhere I go. It's awesome. Or to be like, I know one of the main objections we are getting most now is that people don't have time to commit. So be thinking about that and say, how can I like fight that objection almost through my posts, that it doesn't take that much time because I am so busy doing this, this, and this, living my life, but I still get to go on a free trip next Thursday. Like the things that Beachbody can do for us for spending an hour of your life should blow your mind. And if it doesn't, then I just don't know, because there's opportunity for all of us. And then coach opportunity posts, just kind of like sharing like the thing that went viral for Beachbody, I guess, the hashtag I am Team Beachbody. You can do that repeatedly to say how Beachbody has helped change your life. And then to open up like 3 mentorship spots for the month. And I know you're going to say, I can't mentor anyone. That's what the team is here for. We are here to support you. If you sign up 1 to 3 coaches, no one is expecting you to train them when you hardly even know how to build the business yourself yet. That's why we are a successful team, because we help one another build. So don't feel like you can't recruit or attract business building coaches yet. We'll get into that soon too. So those are the 3 types of posts. Then I have example posts for the next 22 days. You can do one of these every single day for the next 3 weeks, essentially. Share your coaching transformation. So before I was blank, now I am blank. I got there by blank. Like before, I like to party and drink on the weekends. Now I'm at home building my business so I can quit my full-time job. I got there by joining an accountability group and paying $200 for a challenge pack that has completely changed my life. So I'm going to send these to you guys, but share a fear you've overcome because of coaching. Share a lesson you learned from personal development because of coaching. Share a financial transformation. If you put gas in your tank this week, or if you bought a new personal development book and it was because of the money that was put into your bank account by Beachbody, share that. Nothing is too small to share. Freedom of time post, which you can say you don't have freedom of time yet, but for me, it was either get a part-time job or I don't know what I was going to do, but I needed a part-time job of some kind. So that is my freedom of time. I don't have to leave home to work. I can work at home, make money. That's freedom to me. Location freedom, like Lisa did such a great job all weekend long of sharing how she was gone away and she was still doing a little bit of work, but having fun with her boyfriend. Share how you've become more confident, not who. Share a dream you're now planning for. Project that future that you are building for yourself, because people will follow someone with direction or with a vision for their future. Do you see your family more now, or will you, because you're not there yet? Share how you're working on earning your first real vacation that will be earned because of your efforts through Beachbody and your work. How has the community blessed your life? Like, how is being part of the team, not just part of Beachbody and the network, but being part of our team? How has that changed your life? Do you think it could change someone else's life? Build connection. What initially attracted you to coaching? So that's sharing your story, consistently sharing it, not just one time and you're done. This is every single week. Why did you become interested in coaching? Share your process of beginning to pay off debt. Is coaching helping you pay for presents? Is it relieved stress? Because finances are stressful. Can you go on a date? I guess you guys can read through those. So weekly, share a challenger's testimonial, and feel free to reach out to your challengers. You are helping these women change their lives. Why not just say, hey, like, has being part of this group helped you in any way? And would you mind if I shared your story anonymously? I don't even need a picture. I'd just love to hear how the last 30 days have impacted your life. Share a coach's success story. So if you see, like on our Thankful Thursday post, ask someone if they mind if you share what they are thankful for, because it inspired you and you know it'll inspire someone else. Share your vision board. That might be a scary one, but like I said, people follow someone that is going somewhere or that has dreams of going somewhere. And lastly, this is something you can do almost every single day. So let's say use the 21 of those and do them one day. And then number 22, do that every single day. Overcome common objections, because you're talking to people every day and you're getting no's every day. Why are they saying no, and how can you combat that? So let's say you have someone that is interested. Now what? This is when we can word vomit, get excited, and think we have someone to join our team. First, slow down and decide if this is someone you want on your team, because not everybody gets to be on your team. Remind yourself of that. In the beginning, signing up discount coaches is fantastic, and I actually encourage you to do that if rank is in your near future, to sign up. Everyone is discount coaches, but if you want someone to be a team builder and on your team, you want them to be a positive light in your life, because you don't want them to be draining and dragging you down. And just remember that not everyone gets to be on your team. You are the CEO and you decide who you want to mentor. Focus on building a genuine relationship with that person. Listen to them and connect, uplift, and praise, because that's what it's about, being a light in their life to show them that you can help them change their life. 2 ears, 1 mouth. This is be more interested than interesting. Let them do the talking by asking them questions. So peel back the layers, really dig deep into that why, and you form them. So instead of just like attacking them with whatever kind of scenario we can do in our invite process that we've all done, and I still go and attack people like, hey, join my group, blah, 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 whatever. But it's so important to build that relationship at first and talk about their family, their occupation, their recreation, and then you get to the message of what you want to ask them. So if you're a mom, you see this person has kids around the same age, you can start a conversation that way by asking about their family, their occupation. Maybe they're really busy and stressed out, and you have an opportunity for them that could maybe take some of the stress away, because the fun we have as a team, and you can take some of the financial burden away. So always be thinking about that when you're talking to people and asking questions. And then sign them. So what are their strengths? What are their interests? What are their goals that they're looking to achieve? And what do they need in their life? What would help impact them positively? Then the sign up. This is where belief kicks in. And like we talk about like all the time, that this really should be a 5th vital behavior, and it starts from the sign up process. So when you're talking like the All Access Pass, now they can pick like any of hundreds of workouts. Well, not hundreds, but any whatever number of programs. Figure out what they need in their life, and that's going to give them the best transformation. I know it's usually the 21-day fix that we recommend, but maybe something would be better for them. So make a strong recommendation in order to set them up for success, because you want to instill that belief from the get-go. Assume they're going to sign up. I think many of us go into a conversation assuming they're going to say no, and we are on the defense right off the get-go. You just say you're very timid and afraid because you're just like, they're going to say no anyway, and I don't want to say the wrong thing. Just assume they're going to say yes, because why wouldn't they say yes? They are missing out. You are not missing out, because not everyone gets to be on your team. Be a leader. You might think you have no business acting like a leader, but as soon as you sign up to be a coach, you own your business. You are the CEO. You're part of the freaking top 40 team in Canada. Like, you are part of something great. So be a leader and stand up and just assume they're going to say yes. Act like the leader you are going to become. Maybe you don't feel like it yet. Fake it till you make it. Do not squirm when talking about price. $200 to open a business, $20 a month to run a business. It's not expensive. And if you say it's expensive, then you will not sell a challenge pack ever. It's not expensive. Like, ask, I don't know, is Sarah on or not? But she was spending so much money on a gym membership, and people that have gym memberships don't tend to go, and they don't get nutrition, and they don't get accountability. You get the entire package for an entire year. Like, no questions asked. You're not going to get anything cheaper. And if you believe that, it will come through in your message. And if you assume the sign up, you don't have to fear a no, because it's going to happen. Be sincere. So, and be excited. Like, exclamation marks go a long way. Capital letters, be excited about these people even talking to you, and be honored that you are the coach they are talking to. And then refer back to form and sign whenever you need to dig a little deeper and peel back those layers when objections come up. So you can go back to being like, well, you did say you needed help with nutrition. Maybe your fitness is on point, but you said this, like, you have indigestion, you have a lack of energy in the afternoon. I can help with that. Give me 30 days. I'll show you. Then keep it simple. If you give them a lot to think about, you're going to have them have a lot to think about. So the more you just spew info on them, the more they're going to think, and the more they're going to think, the more they're going to hesitate, and the more they hesitate, the more they're going to just never respond. So keep it simple. Joining a sneak peek. This was a tip from Jen, actually. So post about the sneak peeks that we have in your accountability groups and be excited about it. Be like, I don't usually post this in these groups, but there's a lot of inspiring women in here, and I know there's a ton of people who would fit this role so well. So please add yourself to our sneak peek that's happening this week. And that's how Jen started coaching, because I posted that in the group she was in. So it works. And I know in my current challenge group, I have a couple ladies in the sneak peek because of a post I did like that. Or be reaching out to the people in your group and say, hey, I think you would make a perfect addition to our team. We're having this sneak peek. It's the best way to find coaches. Number 3, voice memo or get on the phone, like a voice message. Let them hear your voice and hear your excitement. There is no better way to hear how genuine you are about the opportunity. This is something I don't do, so I can't really attest to it. But the one phone conversation I have had in the last 2 years went from someone being a straight up no to a heck yes. So it definitely works. It's just a bit out of the comfort zone for sure. Position yourself as a 15-star diamond top coach, because no one knows the difference. And if you don't believe you are going to be a top coach, then no one will believe you are confident in anything. So just believe that. I have told myself from day one, I am Lindsay Matway. And I didn't know what a 15-star diamond was, but I knew she was awesome and rocking it. So that's who I've been since day one. And I just faked it till I will make it. People do not care if you are just getting started. I repeat, people do not care if you are just getting started. If you are passionate and confident, people will follow your direction because they see where you are going. They see that you believe in this incredible thing, and they will want to join you. Trust me on that. It doesn't matter if you signed up yesterday. You can recruit coaches to this business. You can. And if you see any other network marketing company, like all these things that are starting up, people are like, join my team. And people are like, oh, this seems cool. I'm going to join it. I like shampoo. Like, we have something good to offer. Don't forget it. I know I talk about that every time, every call now, but it's true. Lastly, you are a person of value. Do not feel like you have to convince people of your awesomeness. Just be your awesome self because you are awesome. Tips for success. I'm flying through, I know. Emotionally detach yourself from the outcome. So this is kind of like assuming the yes, that it's going to happen. And if they don't say yes, that's on them. That's not on you. It's not personal. They're just not ready. They'll be back. Just don't let your emotions get invested into it, or it's going to end up affecting way more than that one relationship you have built. It's going to affect the work you do for that next day, the next week. Maybe I'm going to just take a step back for a couple of weeks or a month or something. Just emotionally detach yourself from the outcome. Focus on helping them and making a positive impact in their life. I think we all do this very good. Again, assume the sign up. When you're talking to people who might become a coach on your team, you don't just get you get our team, and leverage the team's success through your posts, through your conversations. It's one of the greatest things you can do, I think, especially when you're just getting started and you feel like you don't have that success yet. You are backed by a successful team. Ask what is holding them back. Like, you don't have to be afraid that they're going to, like, the worst they can say is nothing, like say nothing at all. So just ask them, what's holding you back? Like, what's the hesitation? And I'm just looking for feedback from the next person I chat with. If there's something I missed out on telling you, be a good listener. Like I said, 2 ears, 1 mouth, be more interested than interesting. It is all about digging deep into that why power, why they would benefit from coaching, and what is your why power? Like, why do you get up every day, and why do you do the work you have to do? Explain that through your posts. Know that you will get better with practice. It's not easy in the beginning to talk about coaching, and you can feel like you're faking it a bit. Tell Brad we said hi, Lisa. I can't concentrate. I saw his beer. So you'll get better with practice, inviting to the opportunity and posting about the opportunity. And we all suck at it in the beginning, but if you don't do it at all, you're going to remain at coach status for your entire coach career. So just be confident in it. Number 9, come from a place of confidence. You might change this person's life, or you might, as you're planting seeds through your posts that you are making, let's say 3 times a week, about coaching and how much it has helped you out, or those 21 posts that I shared. I really try and talk about coaching pretty much every single day, because once I started doing that, that's when everything shifted for me, and I was attracting coaches, people who wanted to build the business. I don't pretend the job is easy, because it's not, but it can be if you just want to be a part of the team. That's cool. Be a discount coach, join our team. That's fine. But just know that you might change this person's life, and there's so much opportunity for anyone. And it doesn't matter where you come from, your background, who you are, you can be successful at this. So I basically want to challenge all of us to create a chicken list. And Angie Belmer talked about this on her wake up call, like last week or something, 2 weeks ago, whenever it was. And I think that was more so for like challengers. I don't know if it was for coaches or not, but in the last couple of months, I've been creating a chicken list for coaches that I want on my team, people that I've been afraid to reach out to, but think would really be awesome members of our team. And I have added 4 of them so far to the team to build a business. So it's basically just sucking it up and sending a message. Like, this girl, she posts like sweaty selfies all the time. And I just say, do you realize how many people you're inspiring? Like, have you ever thought about coaching? And she didn't know anything about coaching, but she did join the last sneak peek, and then she fell off the face of the earth, which is fine. So she wasn't one that stuck around. And then there was another girl who posted an inspiring quote with like a message. And I just reached out to her, started chatting, and told her how she was inspiring other people. And I just said, I'm just going to be bold and ask, because this is something I think could be right for you. Basically, there's an income opportunity. That's something you'd be interested in hearing more about. I've talked with her a lot, but she hasn't jumped on board yet. And then the last one, just telling her I think she'd be an incredible coach. She's part of my VIP group, and that was actually Amanda Landry, who just joined us and is rocking it. So you just got to create that list, like go through your friends list. Anyone that you see who is going to the gym a lot, or sharing motivational posters, or doing anything that we do as coaches, or someone that you know has a big network of people, just reach out to them and be confident in it. It's not, you don't have to know everything about ranks and money and whatever. You just know that you can join a 30-day accountability group. It'll get you set up. There's a coach training group at the start of every month. Like, really, the team is here to support you in every way, but it's just making that jump to be like, the only way I'm going to build my business is by building a team. And when I first started my business, I had no idea that was what coaches did. I just thought I sold challenge packs. That's what I 100% thought this business was about, which I'm sure all of us think. But it's totally about the more solid foundation you have, then the more income you're going to earn. And we can all say we don't care about the income, but obviously if you're going to be putting yourself out there like you do, you deserve to earn an income. So be confident in the message that you're sharing. So I'm going to stop talking now and unmute all. There, you're all unmuted. Mute yourself if you don't want to be heard. Feel free to ask questions or comment, whatever you want to do.
I wrote down one other thing when I was thinking about this topic before I got on, and the word that came to my mind was be patient. Like, don't give up on people, because it's the same as with challengers. We talk to them once, we talk to them twice, might talk to them 10 times before they get on board. When I go to Super Saturdays and I hear some of the top coaches in Canada talk, so many of them have the story of, I'm so glad my coach didn't give up on me and kept inviting me to the opportunity. And now they're like elite top 10 coaches because they weren't ready for coaching, just like our challengers sometimes aren't ready. So if there's somebody you know will be a rock star and they say no, or I can't, or I don't have time, add them to that chicken list or a follow-up coach list or something, because eventually people may come around.
It's true. They will. And maybe they'll just join a challenge group at first and be like, oh, well, this is awesome. Mm-hmm. I want to be a coach too. Any other questions, comments?
I'm reading Get Over Your Damn Self. I love this book. I'm only halfway through, and it has changed my mindset on follow-ups with everybody. Mm-hmm. Like, you can never go wrong with a follow-up, basically. They need to be informed 7 to 10 times before they come around half the time, and there's a lot of examples in there on how to invite for the business opportunity and then kind of downgrading it to as a customer. So always be approaching as the business opportunity first. But anyways, there's a lot of examples, even, little scripts that you can kind of change to fit your own personality to invite people. So I'm following that book a lot. It's good.
It was really good. Really good. Yeah, I sent 11 follow-ups tonight, and I just had a list that I want these people in my group because I know they'll benefit from it. And I clicked on one of them and there was like 4 messages from me and nothing from them. And I was like, oh, I hate being that person, but sending them a message anyway. Like, you never know. You just never know when the time is right for them. So I don't know. And it's that confidence thing and urgency. And it's like, summer's coming, you have something that can change your life. Just go for it. Just feel the fear and do it anyway. Because it's changing their life and it's changing your life. Like, you deserve to ask them. What else? Off topic too is fine. We have 4 minutes and 15 seconds left. As a heads up, so you don't get cut off. Kelly, are you talking to us? I can't hear you. What's happening? Sign language? Or type in the chat. Can you see the chat? Oh, she's on her phone or iPad or something. Did anyone want to talk about follow-ups or anything like that? Like challenge group wise? I know that keeps coming up. Anyone? Don't be
suggested of saying like, oh, I didn't get your message, maybe you didn't get my message, it went to the others folder. And it's funny because you can see when they read it and then they respond back or they don't.
Yeah.
but I guess one thing I struggle with a bit is like I can create the sense of urgency, but then there's just so many questions, which is fine. I don't mind to answer questions, but like, is the question just the barrier? Sometimes for them, that's what I feel is
Like them
happening,
asking
like
questions, or
will continue to ask another question that I've already answered, or answered as simply as I could without kind of making it complicated, because you don't want to give people too much information and make them feel overwhelmed. So it's finding that balance.
and then
Because the ones that I've had easy to sign up, like easy to jump on, like they know they're just in the right spot, I would say, and they're ready to just make that change, and they don't need to worry about the finer detail. They just want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's the kind of people you want to attract, because they're going to be more successful for themselves because they're ready for that change. And the ones who are kind of hemming and hawing and asking questions, like sometimes I feel like maybe I should just back off and let them.
Yep, and then add them to the list to follow up with next month. Another way to share the opportunity is taking a selfie like this and being like, this is what we do on Monday nights, is hang out together. Like, we're all across the country. Kelly's at the airport drinking a beer. Like, we're just hanging out, learning together. Share this opportunity. One thing that I have sent, we have less than a minute left, so I hope I don't. A thing to send as a follow-up. Hey girl, you were really excited. We talked about it for a while, but then I never heard from you. Are you still interested? If not, no worries, but just let me know what I could have said better or explained in depth more, because I know this can help people and this is what I do for a part-time job. So maybe you could help me figure out how I could have explained it better. That's from Bonnie Engel. That's some of the messages I sent today. Because then it takes the onus off them to join your group and just to be like, oh, this is what you could have said better. And then you can dive into how you can actually help them. And they will come around, essentially. But we're going to run out of time. And if you guys have any topics you want to go over next week, feel free to let me know. Happy to help in any way. And want to work on guest speakers. I know I said that before, but it's me coming out of my comfort zone and asking people to host a call for us. So I need to do that. That's my accountability to get it done. So thank you so much for spending your Monday night with us.